Hey, welcome to Malice Plays TV. My name is Jason Mallet Taylor, and I'm your host. I'm also the president and founder of Mallet Records Incorporated. Mallet Records Incorporated supports Malice Plays TV in keeping real music alive. This is a great show. I'm sure you're gonna, if you haven't seen the show before, you're just gonna absolutely love it, because I love it too. Yeah. We have different types of entertainment on the show, reggae, we got some rock, we got some jazz, and from time to time we bring on guests as well to help show you how entertainers supported both behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes. This show is educational, cultural, and a whole lot of fun. So, Grandma, come on up real close. Come on. And kids, get your ice cream and come on up, pull around the table, and because we're going to have a great old time today. For real. So, sit back and enjoy yourselves, because we are here at Malice Plays TV. Yeah. Can they hear something? You can't hear that? Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much. For those of you who aren't familiar with Mallett's Place, you just turn on the TV and for the first time you say, well, what's Mallett's Place? We always try to give a little appetizer, of the mallets and the instrument that I play called the vibraphone, just to give you a little introductory. But in the meantime, moving right along, we have our co-host, which I'm very honored to have him here, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. Please put your hands together for the co-host of Malice Plays TV and Vice President of Marketing for Mallet Records, Eric Livsey. Hey!
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
How you doing?
Just
want to reach out and say hello to each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on out and supporting Mallet's Place TV. We love to be in your living room or your bedroom. Oops, did I say that? But anyway, it's all about just trying to learn something new. When you're in the music industry, there's so many aspects of this business that you got to know about. You got to know about touring. You got to know about audience management, development. You got to know about copyright. And guess what? You even got to know how to manage your money.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? But hey, I think this show will give you more insight that you got to have a lot more together than just your music. You got to also make sure that you get education. That's very important. So look, I don't want to delay because we got a lot of exciting things to talk about. So hey, Mallet.
Yeah.
Who do we have this?
Well, you know, I'm very honored, and I know I'm sure you are too. You know, I'm honored that we have this special guest here because, you know, it's important that it's great to get behind the drums, like you said, and the piano and play and everything. Once you become a leader, then from there you get your own record deal or record company, what have you, and then you start to make more money and you get more fans that come out to support you. And then what happens next, you know? People forget about the fact is that, you know, you need a lawyer. You need a you need a doctor. When you play too good, you fall on the stage, you need a doctor.
Oh my
But then all of a sudden, when all the money falls in your lap, you need somebody to organize it.
Oh yeah.
And we have a gentleman here that's been with Mallet Records, and he's just the man. And he's from Newark, New Jersey. And I want to introduce you to Greg Collins.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Well, you know, Greg Collins, he is a director of entertainment practice group of Spielman Kongensberg. Did I say that right?
No, you didn't, but you gave it a good try.
Okay. How you pronounce it? Kongensberg and Parker, LLP. Well, Greg, it's really a pleasure to have you on the show, and I know that you're here to help to make a difference for our audience, Mallet's Place TV, and you have a lot of great education that we'd love to hear about. So, you gonna kick off when we kick off, or
why don't we let Greg kick off?
All right, Greg, we're gonna kick off. So we're gonna kick off. Well, one of the most important things I know we need to know, you were born, right? So where were you born?
Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
Pretty much like your co-host.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hey.
All right.
Hometown.
And what were you into? What did you like to do as a kid, man? What were you really into?
Well, I had three interests as a kid. You know, number two was music.
Music.
Loved music from day one. It was always been a part of my life. From singing in a gospel choir to having my own band when I was young to playing instruments in school, just in becoming a DJ even in high school. Wow. You know, music has always been an important part of my life. Number two thing was sports, particularly football and basketball. Loved it, played those things in high school, you know. And then number three obviously was girls. I mean, you know.
Well, you know, once the money comes in, that just falls right in place anyway.
Well, sometimes it comes in when the money's not there.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that part. So now, like when you in school, now, what you like the music, you like the sports, but what kind of steered you towards this world of business? You know, because pretty much like myself, you know, as an artist, once I was in the music, I kind of locked into gear and just like pulled, you know, changed gears and kept going. But what kind of steered you into the direction of the successful position you're in now?
Well, you know, that's a good question because as Eric can tell you, I said I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. I didn't come from a affluent family. So not having come from an affluent family, there was always the economic pursuit. And obviously you wanted to keep it legitimate, you know, to make sure you earn money. So the one thing that I learned how to do at a very early age is be an entrepreneur, how to go out and make money for myself, to bring money into my household and support, you know, I had to buy school clothes for myself. I had to do different things, you know, where I needed money. So to me, to combine the two, business and music and sports, the things that you love, was just a natural ongoing process for me in my life.
Well, I think that's a real plus because, you know, in today's society, you know, we all get caught up in, I gotta have that now. You know, I gotta have the biggest car. I gotta have the iPhone. I gotta have the nose phone. You know, they always want to have what's out now, you know. And I think, you know, it's important that hopefully our audience will really catch on to the important things you're about to say in this program, because it's really going to help to make a difference towards giving people the opportunity to get ahead, you know, at least on the entertainment side, the music side, or where am I? Am I in the right department right here we're talking about right now?
Well, we're in the music department. So
music department, I agree with that.
But the business of music is a department that needs to be addressed right now.
Yeah.
And we need to basically understand, they always say show in business. We talk about music in business, but we also talk about money, music, and business. So
now I know to take you to that level, now I know you have a BS in accounting from Mount Clair State University, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Tell us a little bit about, that process. I mean, what's involved? I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that in high school and they're getting ready to get into college, but could you give them some type of words of wisdom to get to that part for starters?
I think education is important in many of the things that you do. In my field, accounting, you have to have at least a BS to move on. Now, many of the states are changing the rules. We have to have a master's in order to sit for the CPA exam. So the education part of it becomes extremely important. But what I do is a knowledge-based skill. So if you don't learn it, you'll never know it.
Right.
So that education process, I think, is key. And, it's not easy, but it's worth it in the long run. One of the hottest professions right now is accounting. And you got kids coming out of school making 50 grand plus, first year in accounting. So it's financially rewarding, but I think as a career, you learn so much about business and how things function really in our society and how you can make a difference for yourself and your family economically. So I think it's a very good field, and the education is the key.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, for those of you who don't know, audience, I mean, when he says BS, BS isn't like for Boy Scouts of America. BS is for a Bachelor of Science. It's a degree, okay? And MD would be a master's degree, And, right?
But something I can see people now they're looking at this program and say, I don't know why, I got this CD and I got this record company deal and I got this advancement. I know how to count my own money. Why am I need a CPA for?
Yeah. So now I guess what you're saying, it complements. Now we would get into business management. Isn't that really pretty much where it falls into?
Well, a lot of artists, entertainers, athletes, it's funny you mention that. When I get my first big check, what do? And you see a lot of people, they run out, they buy the jewelry, they buy the big car, and they that's their first big check is gone. And in the meantime, they can't sustain themselves because, once you become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, the key is to be able to live that lifestyle for as long as you possibly can, hopefully the rest of your life. And not someday wind up working in Burger King. Not that anything is wrong with Burger King. Maybe one of your sponsors. I don't know. But it's a far cry from being on television, traveling the world, being adored by millions of fans, and then asking somebody, do they want to have it their way? Or do they want fries with that shake or whatever? So it's a far cry. So you want to think about, when I get that first big check, what do? And you have to think about it. If you're in entertainment and you're getting that money the first few years, every year that you're getting that money is really 5 years of your life. Think about it like that. Because we live in like you said, an iPhone type society. What's hot today? So you might be hot today, but tomorrow we're on to something different. In the meantime, you still want to eat. You still want to support your family. You still want to support all those kids you got when you're out on tour doing those things. Well, we'll talk about that later. But you still want to be a viable economic entity in society.
Yeah, you're true.
So in order to do that, you really have to think about planning your lifestyle and planning your economic existence.
Oh, no, but talking about that, what do you think about some of the recent tax problems that some of these great, celebrities are having, like Wesley Snipes and Mark Anthony? What do you think about that? Because I know that's pretty much down your field.
Well, the first thing you got to realize as an entertainer or athlete, and your name is in the paper every day. And you know what? People read that. And guess what? People work for the IRS. They work for the New York State Division of Taxation, New Jersey Division of Taxation. People, just like you and I, work for those organizations. They read those papers, they read those things, and they wonder, okay, are you paying your taxes? Because guess what? The average working Joe like you and I, that's what we do.
That's right.
And so they're wondering if you're doing the same thing. So you're really kind of a target almost. And quite frankly, a lot of those situations, Wesley Snipes in particular, I can talk about Wesley because he's not a client of mine. He's a client of mine. But
for those of you that are not familiar with Wesley Snipes, he's a very, very famous actor. He plays in what was Blade,
yeah.
Blade and Waiting to Exhale.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Derby Man, I think.
And now he's playing the IRS man. But I mean, he's just following tax schemes and poor advice and trying to get away from the natural things that you have to do is just not going to make it. The idea is to get involved with a professional that understands tax laws, understands what they're doing, and can actually steer you in the right direction, with what to do with planning and how to avoid paying more than you have to and putting your money in the right places and taking care of your family and your business in the long run. That's the key. You know, you're really not going to run away from being in the spotlight to saying I'm going to hide millions of dollars and the IRS is never going to find out about it. It just doesn't happen that way. And if you look at the worst case scenario, look at Ron Isley, who's facing jail time.
Ron Isley, guys, from the Isley Brothers, famous R&B group, just so you're aware.
Yeah. So it's things like that you have to think about.
Yeah, you know, something that just, you know, you got a good heart. You know, you're very knowledgeable about what you do, and you know, you go out, you do a lot of community service, and you know, is that the reason why you got the National Association of Black Accountant Award? Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
That's a big award, man.
Yeah. How did that come about?
I'm very proud of that. Recently, at this year's conference for the National Association of Black Accountants, I was given the award for the Outstanding Member in Public Accounting.
Hey, come on. Give it up. Like James Brown said, give it up or turn it loose. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And a lot of that has to do with, I've done a lot of work to promote this profession to young people out there. You know, I've done a lot of work with the State Society of New Jersey, going out, spoken at different high schools and colleges, and, you know, tried to get young people involved in this profession, because it's something very positive that you can do. I've been involved with NABA, which is the National Association of Black Accountants, for, you know, over 20 years. And I've always participated in the student programs and just tried to help people get more and more involved in the profession. I've actually been an officer. I was a vice president for the State Society of CPAs in New Jersey for a few years, just trying to get more and more people involved in the profession, making the profession something more glamorous, because, you know, we have there's a misconception about accountants, you know, in the green eye shade and sleeves rolled up, working late hours doing taxes. That's all still true, by the way, but, you know, some of us try to have a more sexy image now, you know, so. You know,
and you know something, with your hard work and dedication, you even got invited to the White House. Isn't that true?
Yeah, how was that White House event, man?
Well, the White House is white.
All right.
No, what I mean to say, I don't mean to be a Kanye West or anything like that, but, you know, I was a part of an organization called IAM. It's International Association of African Americans in Music. And we, along with Kenny Gamble, who is a legendary producer from the Gamble and Huff team, 10 years ago we got together and lobbied then President Clinton to consider making June Black Music Month in this country. And we were successful. You know, President Clinton saw the vision, he saw the need, he understood the contributions that Black Americans have made to music in this country, in this society, and in the world.
Right.
And, you know, we can talk about that forever. I mean, I won't get into it, but as you know from being involved with Lionel Hampton, you just have great Black professional musicians that have done so much for our society. And we got him to sign into legislation, June being Black Music Month.
Right.
And this year was the 10-year anniversary.
Really?
And believe it or not, President Bush invited us back for a ceremony at the White House in honor of re-signing the proclamation making June Black Music Month.
And that took place, right?
That took place about a month ago.
All right, come on, give it up. Well, I think that's important. Like I say, you know, for those of you who just turned on the TV, welcome to MALLET'S TV. We have a great business CPA guest in the house, and his name is Greg Collins, and it's just an honor to have him here. Greg, we really enjoy you being here, and we just want to move on. You're going to try to pull some more out.
Well, I need to know, how do you pick your clients? You know,
who is your favorite? Who is the favorite client?
Yeah, well, I mean, do you do hip hop or do you do R&B? I mean, what's up?
Well, first let me say, of course, Mallet Man is my favorite client. You'll pass the check later.
No, there's a check involved.
But besides the Mallet Man, you know, who else is? We all want to know, you know.
Well, first let me say that, you know, most of my business comes from referrals. You know, I've been around a long time. I've been involved in this business quite a while, and people know you in the industry. They know what you do, and they're comfortable coming to you and talking about some of their problems in different scenarios where you can really be a value added and help them. You know, I've worked with a number of people over the years. My first music client was actually Gerald Levert.
Gerald Levert, really?
Yes, who recently passed.
Yeah.
Who was a very, very dear friend.
For those of you not familiar with Gerald Levert, he was the son. Have you ever heard of that group, the OJs? The OJs. Well, Gerald Levert's father was the lead singer of the R&B group, famed group, the OJs, and he signed on and so forth. So.
And had a great solo career himself. Very, very, very talented artist. I worked with a number of people over the years, from Stevie Wonder, Jill Scott, Yolanda Adams. It's just, it's been a nice ride. I mean, I've been fortunate, and people like Sean Coombs have called me, and Master P, and I even got to work with Johnny Cochran when he was alive. So it's been a good career for me. I've really enjoyed meeting people and really doing what I do to help them do what they do.
Now, with all your accomplishments, suppose there's the equivalent kind of artists out there like the Sean Combs that's sitting there watching you here on Mallett's Place TV, and they're like, man, I need to get. How could they reach you? How could they contact you?
Well,
Do they call Mallett's Place?
Well, they can always get me through Mallett's Place, because you obviously will always be in touch with me. But I have a email, gcollins@skpny.com.
Say that one more time, a little bit slow.
gcollins@skpny.com is my email. They can always reach me that way.
Okay.
But when you email me, have something to say, because your career can never be more important to me than it is to you.
And that goes for the audience too, right? Because there's some people out there in the audience that might be interested in you too. So I guess they done caught on to that. So make sure y'all write it down now. Say that one more time. Say that email just one more time now.
gcollins@skpny.com.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I just want to make sure we plug the sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to thank our sponsors also for actually supporting this show. As we want to thank Yamaha Corporation of America. We want to thank Sabian Symbols, and thank you for signing me on. We want to thank Mike Bolt of Malice, because without my malice I can't do my thing and eat my chicken wing. We also want to thank from Mallet Records. We have our interns that are in the audience too. We want to give them a round of applause for
What's her name? What's her name?
Shantae and Hassan. We want to thank them for supporting and coming on board to learn, because everybody gets a turn. We're doing ours now, and the interns get theirs next. And Sherry Rogowski, from Mallet Records, photographer, and we can go on and on. Sonic Bids also, because without Sonic Bids we can't communicate.
Angie Wright.
Angie Wright.
And also, wait a minute, I got a special announcement. Happy birthday to Anna Blunt.
Happy birthday! Hey! The camera person. Can you shoot her? Can you shoot her? Can you shoot her? Happy birthday to you. Ding a ding 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 ding. Ding ding.
It's her birthday.
It's your birthday. Give her a shot there. Give her a shot there. Can we see
She's a young person working the camera. And that's what it's all about, kid.
Could you get it? Happy birthday.
Yeah, there she go. And she's young. She's working the camera. And you at home, you can do it too.
Yeah, you can do that. What are you doing? Have a birthday?
No, they could be behind the camera.
Oh,
too.
I thought they could have a birthday.
They could have a birthday too. They have better. But hey, we're going to turn it back over to Greg and see what he has to say for the youth and about the youth.
Yeah, Greg, what
hip-hop.
words of exactly what he's saying. What words of wisdom could you give the youth in hip hop?
What is going on here? Is there a glitch in this here?
But what words of wisdom could you actually give to our kids out there?
I think the two most important things to remember are that number one, it's always about the music, and good music lasts forever. I think that's one of the things that's missing today in the hip hop business, is that if you really want to make money, you have to write good music. That's words and music, lyrics and music. And secondly, it's a business, and it's about making money. And keeping money and building wealth for yourself and your future generations.
You got to be true really to your lyrics. You got to be true to what you say, but all that negativity is just a trend, and that really can't last that long.
And it's here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll still be listening to the OJ songs and the Temptations for years and years to come.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a really, 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 guys, I hope you were able to catch on to this educational class we just got here, And we want to thank you so much, Greg, for the opportunity to be in here at Mal's Place.
Well, we need to ask her one more question before we just close it out.
I didn't say I was closing out. I was just thanking him.
But hey, we want to find out what's the highlight of
okay.
your career.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Let me drink.
Wow.
We want to find out.
You know, I don't think my career has had its highlight yet.
All right.
I'm still pushing for that. Just like people out there, I'm still learning and striving and moving forward. I want to get to that highlight of my career.
So
But I've had a good career. I've had fun. So.
Well, I hear we're down to the end of our show. We're going to wrap it up right now. Guests at home, I hope you really enjoyed watching Mal's Place TV because I enjoyed being here learning today. And once again, for those who just turned on your TV, tune in next time for the next great show. Surprise guest. I ain't going to tell you who it is, but it's somebody special here on Mal's Place TV. Once again, we got our co-host, Eric Livsey. We have our guest here, Greg Collins. And most important, we have you because you're here watching Mal's Place TV. So, tune in next time because you're going to be in for a real treat here on Mallett's Place TV. Hey! Thanks for watching.
There you go.
Oh.